Hello everyone, welcome to our channels where we talk about hotel content, tutorials, and tips and tricks for you. So make sure you click the subscribe button so you will be the first to get notified when we post a new video. In this video, we will talk about our Hotel Kiosk apps, how to set up, and what's the other features you can get to maximize and make your hotel operation day-to-day easier. So today we have Jason with us.
Hello.
All right, thank you, Jason. So maybe perhaps can you introduce yourself and also tell us what is your relationship with hotel apps?
Okay, so this is me, Jason. Basically, we provide hotel PMS to hotels, and as hotels work with many hardware at the counter to, for example, to scan MyKad, to issue room key. So that's where we built a client app called Hotel FATboy. So it's an app that install on the hotel front desk PC to work with the hardware. For example, to scan MyKad, to issue room key.
Okay, understand. All right, then maybe can you walk us through on how we can install the FATboy apps?
Okay, sure. So on my screen, you can see that I have a zip file here with the versions 1.0.6. So you may obtain this zip file from us. And once you have it, what you will need to do is just extract the folder, right? And wait for it to finish the extractions. And when you are done, I do suggest to rename them, right? For example, rename to Softinn FATboy and keep the version so that you know that which versions you have installed. Okay. So once you have that, double click into it and then look for the app Softinn Hotel Kiosk exe. So double click this. When you run it for the first time, it's basically an empty applications without room mapping, without any other informations. So you do not have, if you notice, I do not need to perform any installations. Basically, it will just unzip and run.
Interesting. Okay, so now when hotel install these apps, what can they expect it to help them with the day-to-day hotel operation?
Okay, sure. As you can see from the app itself, right, you get to see the guest arrivals coming to your hotel and guest departures, those people who are leaving today from your hotel, and you get to scan MyKad, scan passport, and also issue room key. So this is what the hotel use the app for.
Then can maybe you walk us through, because you mentioned before when we install this, it at first it will become like an empty apps. So what can the hotel do to integrate those parts to make sure that this function?
Okay, sure. Before you start to use, you obviously have to unzip the file, and as you can see that now I have no guest arrivals because I have yet to connect this app with Softinn PMS. So how to install the Softinn, how to connect Softinn FATboy with Softinn PMS, you have to click setting and log in, and you may obtain the password also from us. Once you log in, go to the kiosk setting part and fill in your name, hotel name, for example, hotels Softinn. You may fill up your emergency line. Okay, and this two information is the one that will connect you with the Softinn PMS. So you may get the hotel ID and also the password from us. Okay, here I have filled up my hotel ID and also my password. So once I've done that, I may ignore the rest and go straight to save, click save, right? So once I save it, and what I will need to do is to relaunch the app. So once I rerun, if you notice, the app no longer complains about not able to connect to PMS, right? So now I have no guest arrival. When I click refresh, you will see that it is pulling data from the server. So I guess I still don't have any guest arrival today in our account. But anyway, if I do the guest reservation and I refresh, and this is where you see all the reservations who has already checked in and checked out, you know, from your hotel. So it is now, previously it was empty. Once you put in the API key and this data comes in.
let's say if your merchant only have PMS but they don't have a kiosk, are they also can use these hotel apps?
Yeah, good question. So this is an app that can be installed both at the counter and also at the kiosk. So it's a two-in-one software. So, but this video we're not going to cover how you use the same app as a kiosk. So we will have another video cover that. But for this, I believe let's focus on like maybe a setup for the hotel counter. Right?
Okay, all right. Okay, then we have done the integration with the PMS. What also other part that we can integrate with the hotel kiosk apps?
Okay, good questions. I mentioned earlier that this kiosk app connects with different hardware, right?
Yes.
So go to setting again. Okay, so these are the list of hardware the app can connect to, right? So take for example for hotel door lock, you may choose this from this list of door lock that we have integrated. All right, and for example, let's say I have Intego door lock here, so I will need to choose Intego, right? Fill up the registration code. So this is the code provided by your door lock vendor. So the setup depends, varies from different brands. For example, if you choose Jensberg, you will have different informations to fill up. So this is basically the setting parameters given by the door lock vendor in order for the app to connect to the hardware. So once you get the registration code from your vendor, paste it here. Again, click save, then you are done. Okay, so basically the app has the ability to connect to your encoder and issue room key. Right. So before we go there, the systems has yet to know what are the rooms available in the systems. So you may click for the first one time, click sync from PMS. Basically, it will pull all the rooms available from your PMS back to your PC and laptop. Right. Then you may issue set up the room mapping. Okay, so that is, but for how to set up room mapping, we have a guide and basically just filling up the room number and also area number provided by the vendor. Okay, so that is for the hotel door lock. And we do work with MyKad, so we have a MyKad reader. If you recall, we did a session earlier talking about the MyKad reader, right? So similarly, you may choose the MyKad reader and passport reader. It works with the credit card terminal, printer, room key dispenser, and even cash collector.
I noticed that we have a lot of things. So are these list of hardware only compatible when we use together with kiosks?
Not really. This copy that, for example, I install on the desktop, you normally on the hotel counter, you need only the room key encoder, you need only the MyKad reader, and probably also passport scanner. But you do not need to have a printer, room key dispenser, and cash collector, right? So in those cases, you just set the printer to none and click save, right? Which means you are not using this hardware, right? That's how it works. So the way we design the applications is that it is flexible so that it is compatible to as many hardware as possible and to as many kiosks as possible. So if you use kiosks from different vendors, in the future we will make it compatible. So as of now, we have made ourselves compatible with 3 models of the kiosks available out there, but there are more to come.
Okay, interesting. All right. So so if let's say for a hotelier out there who don't have a kiosk, but you are interested to use this one, you only need 3 items, which is the MyKad scanner, passport scanner, and also the key card, the hotel door lock. So you only need to set up these 3 things and then you're done.
Okay, so I have done the setup as usual. I need to close the application and relaunch it, right? So let's relaunch. So once you, for example, I'm done here. So as you can see, I have this list of guests from our guests. For example, upon checkout, you need to clear the room key. So here's the room key. I place it on my room key encoder. I may recycle the card. So this button will basically clear the data from the card, and it will no longer be able to open the door. Right? So if I ever issue a room key in my app, I will see this reservation. Right? But I'm not allowed to issue room key now because I have yet to check in the guest in the PMS. So this is a control to make sure that you check in the guest in the PMS and you only get to issue room key. Okay. So then once you check in the guest, refresh this page and you will start seeing this green button. So make sure you have the card on the encoder and encode the room key. So when depends on the encoder, if you heard a beep sound, means like the room key has been encoded. Then this key will be able to open room 101 for today until Thursday.
Then how about if, let's say, some of the guests are facing any difficulties? For example, a front desk has already give the room key, but then the guest unable to open the room.
This most of the time, right, has a few reasons. Okay, is the door lock battery still working? Because the door lock comes with a battery. If the battery died, then the guest won't be able to open the door. So in the event that you suspect maybe the room key issue has an issue, always put the room key on top. You can always issue again. Right? So but if you want to double check, you can always place it on top, go to room key and read the room key before you pass it to the guest. So as you can see here, I have programmed the card and I read the data from the card. It shows that, okay, these are the information programmed, the date and the room number and the history of this particular card, which room we have programmed it for. So I have programmed it twice for room 101, so that's why. If it doesn't work, most likely battery died or something wrong with the encoder or the license expired or maybe something wrong with your key card. So you should expect this to work all the time. If it doesn't work, you have to contact your door lock supplier.
Okay, great. Thank you for the information. Then I believe this is actually enough for hotelier out there who are using this. We have touched everything related to how to set up the Hotel Kiosk App FATboy. So if you are interested to try this out, especially for those who are using our PMS, I will put the link on how to install this and where to download it in the description box below. So make sure to check them out. Thank you so much, Yashin, for your sharing in this video. So until we meet again in the next video. Bye!